Yep.
So we have a couple of tooling updates for the week, so I'm going to capture them all in one video. The first one up is using level. So this is a 4-foot level. And one thing about, we're going to make sure each team has a 4-foot level in their box truck and a 4-foot level in their trailer. So each team will have 2. That way if you split, we always have levels. We also have 8-footers in the shop if you need someone, one for a longer job. The standard is 4. So a couple things about levels that I've been taught is a level is one of the most delicate tools on your job site. So it's the opposite of a pry bar. So we want to maintain it, we want to take care of it. It's a way to show that we're craftsmen by the way we care for our level. So we're going to store it flat, we're going to store it in a tube or up on a shelf that's level and supported. If you have to store it on a job site, just kind of make sure it's stored upright. We don't want to leave it on the floor kind of jumped up and everything else, something we can trip over. So just know that it is a more delicate tool. It's got this bubble right here. As we can see, the bubble goes to the high side. So if I lift up that, the bubble goes to the high side. If I lift up this side, the bubble goes to the other side. When something is level, the bubble will be in the center. So sometimes we use a level to find slope. So if I need some slope from here to there, per se, I need water to move on my floor towards a drain, I would recognize this shim is a 1/4 inch thick. 1/4 inch is 4/16. So 4/16 over 4 foot, that means I have a 1/16 per inch fall from there all the way over to there. That's a standard measurement we use. Sometimes we use an 1/8 inch per foot. So an 1/8 inch per foot. These blue shims are each a 1/16 inch thick. So as I put all those together, I now have another 1/4 inch. A 1/4 inch plus a 1/4 inch equals a 1/2 inch, also known as 8/16. So that means I now have 2/16 or an 1/8 inch per foot fall from that spot to there. So we'd use a level to understand that if we need to get slope towards a drain or create a ramp of some sort. And then sometimes when we grind, we'll also look for low spots or high spots with a level to find out if the surface is flat all the way through. What we don't want to use a level for is screeding any kind of product. So we have a product to build a ramp with. We do not want to screed back and forth. We don't want product built up on that. We actually have tools called a screed for that purpose. So just ask if you have any questions, or if your team doesn't have levels, we'll make sure every team has one. Another tool we use is these bucket spout lids. So these are in our cellar, but they button in right on that inner line. It's important you don't do it on the outer line, but that inner liner, so none of that rim is exposed. What that allows us to do is take our products and pour it very easily without making a mess. And now I can easily take a paper towel and wipe that instead of getting drips all over my bucket or having that rim filled with product. And the other thing is we're trying some new 400 wheels. Our previous wheels had resin all the way on the inside. And when you have a full face pad cutting dry on a surface, you get a lot of resin transfer right here because it's not really cooling down, it's not really cutting, it's just kind of moving in place. So we're gonna try these ring resins, and if they work well, they do have some more meat than our other resins, and then we can also try their 50, their 100, and their 200. Thanks everybody.